What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I am the man of tomorrow. I'm here to break down dumb people, and I'm going to allow you to understand because these people are on the same wavelength, the same path. They can't stop what they're doing. It's impossible for them to stop what they're doing because at the end of the day, they run the same play on y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down this actual playbook about this disaster teacher that nobody's asking for to ruin their community. Oh, I got this book on the way, the Tia Son Johnson book on the way. I'm gonna have that book in my hands. I am going to dish. I'm telling you, it's going to be like a Thanksgiving turkey that is purely frozen, dropped into some peanut oil while the turkey's frozen. You need to go watch those videos. I gotta be able to break these dudes down so that way we can clean up our own space, not the media. We can clean up our own space. We don't need the media's help in cleaning up our own space. We can clean up ourselves. We can clean it up ourselves. Because I'm telling you, they have to run the same playbook. And it's not a different playbook. It's the same playbook, bro. All the time. And once you see the playbook here, you're going to see the playbook everywhere else. You're going to see the playbook no matter where you're at. Because at the end of the day, it ain't the women. It's unaccomplished men want to get their shit off about the women. That's what it is. They want to allow these unaccomplished men who've actually tethered themselves to environments that they shouldn't be in to actually reflect their failure in that environment and try to place it on women. That's what this shit's about, bro. What you got to understand is a 60-year-old guy didn't bring fake ass PhDs here because they wanted you to do better. Think about what kind of PhD that you gotta have on hand that is going to get behind a guy that's in the position that he's in and try to run this type of shit on these men within this environment. Dude, blackness and all this shit, it ain't got nothing to do but unaccomplished men trying to make unaccomplished men feel special. Because here's the thing unaccomplished black men, the same game as they're running on you is unaccomplished white man game. Remember how these Republicans came through in the South, told these individuals in the South that the blacks wasn't shit. You may be the lowest form of life on earth, at least the blacks are beneath you. Clapping, yay, yay, at least we're not at the bottom. The only thing they're doing the same shit with black women. Black women are the worst women on the world, ain't they? Yay, yay, hand clap, hand clap, hand clap. Yeah, so that way you ain't got to figure out how you fuck up your own life. So as much as these individuals is trying to blame this shit on the women, it is nothing but unaccomplished men trying to get their shit off about this woman. That's the problem. And it's always been that problem forever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over it. Because BGS Itmore cannot answer the MOT challenge. What black man have you led to a better life with your actual content? Anybody can lead anyone to an actual dead end destination that they don't have to take responsibility for. Anyone can do that. But guess what people can't do? They can't come through here and tell you what they accomplished in their own life. They can't sit here and tell you about how these things were solved in their own life. Why do you think this 60-year-old dude is hiding behind broken men? Why do you think he's hiding behind those broken men? Why do you think he's doing that? Why do you think BGSM more is doing that? Why do you think in the at least 8 years I've been here, you've been on the same shit the entire time? He's not trying to move dudes to the money. If he were trying to move dudes to the money, they would already be there. BGS can't move people to the money. It's not possible for him to do that. The PhDs can't move people to the money. They're not at the money either. They have to teach menial classes at fucking universities in order for them to get ahead. So when Raw L keeps telling you about the Carter G. Woodson collection, which is going to be the next book of the month in September. Not one book, several books. You can buy with one credit. The Carter G. Woodson collection. I urge you to go actual Audible and look up the Carter G. Woodson collection before I'm making an actual book of the month next month, because it's a group of 4 or 5 books. Those books can be heavily actually concentrated on as much as all this other nonsense is. You see, the problem is most people don't even know that they're under attack by people on the inside of the movement. Most people don't even know that. It's okay that you're under attack by pro-blacks. It's okay that you're under attack by people who think hip hop is the most awesome shit ever. It's okay that people think that all these other things, rather than progress, is something that they should believe in. I'm just telling you that that's not the case. That's not the case. The problem is, as long as you got the right solution, you don't need followers. Individual outcomes is better than followers. Because if you were marketing toward the wrong type of men within this fucking space, sooner or later, the people who are pushing progress is going to be the enemy of the group at some point. This is what their whole life story is. It's always been their life story. And they know that these weak ass men that they marketed towards cannot handle the fact that they've been following the wrong person for a while. They know that. But if they can allow you to get your shit off about this woman that you don't have access to and they don't either, they know what type of panacea that is for an actual condition that you don't even suffer from. You don't even suffer from a lack of a bitch tendency. The problem is you want issues with a bitch tendency. As a man, you want access to the problematic women that gave other people problems. That's what this shit is. Okay, so let's look at it, right? In any type of medium, whether it's video games, whether it's a movie, there are two types of characters. There is a fleshed out character, a character who know exactly what they have to live up to, a character who actually understand what their rights and responsibilities are, given to them by their actual start. They already have something that they need to live up to. Because see, that fleshed out character have a good side and a bad side. Fleshed out character in a bad way is what they capitalizing on. Because see, in a fleshed out character in a bad way, you're trying to complete the process through a bad reckoning system of men who are actually exploiting the fact that you don't have enough experience to know that they're lying to you. They're actually exploiting the fact that you don't have access to other men who will tell you not to even exercise this shit at all, right? So most of this stuff is a system of exploitation. That's why I'm telling you about this master teacher in 101. The system of exploitation of allowing you to get your shit off about this woman. Here's the thing. You get your shit off about this woman, the first hit is for free. Now you're going to chase down every stat, every person repeating the same shit who's also not accomplished in their own right, who also know to stay the fuck away from you based on the shit that you say. Because the first words out of your mouth will stop anybody from fucking with you. You can't go to another group of people and talk to them about how you refuse to learn from everybody else's past decisions with a subsegment of women. Whose fault is that? Your fault. This shit is your fault. That you wanted your masculinity verified by the wrong type of woman, this shit is your fault. Not his. He just leading your ass to the actual slaughter. Go to a slaughterhouse. Google a slaughterhouse that's near your house. Watch those pigs, watch those cows with actual something in their ear. They have a number. That's next. They hear the person right in front of them being chopped into pieces and being placed in boxes. But at the end of the day, you're still in this line as a cow or a pig. They listen to their brethren be slaughtered. They don't try to jump off the assembly line in any type of way. They already have condemned themselves to the actual outcomes of what's coming with the slaughterhouse. Think about it. You think this shit is popularity based? Most of these dudes are here because they're trying to find answers. But their answers, they wanted to come from their actual idea of a father figure, which is BGS Itmore. They know this shit. They know that Ron Wills is a father figure. They know that shit. They only gonna accept those answers as long as it come from the wrong type of niggas. They know it. They know it all day. It isn't as explicit as BGS or Ron Wills from the first beginning. It could be as benign as Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father, Familiar Movement. The book should have been named How I Picked the Wrong Bitch and Got Torn Out the Frame, and now I have to make a career out of it in the manosphere. Oops, am I not supposed to say that? But at the end of the day, you want to jump to violence. Where you could just tell these people the best thing that they possibly can is to disengage from this system. But if they disengage from this actual system, you don't have a place. You don't have a fucking place. If men are not escorted into the shit that you just got past 5 minutes ago, nigga, you ain't got a place here. I did not have to go to my nieces and nephews with much to tell them about how the outcomes were based on their mothers and fathers. I never had to do that. I never had to push myself into their actual lives. The only thing I had to do was tell them that, you know what? You got more information than anybody on the planet. You should have better outcomes than anybody else. They were like, what? My parents taught me that I wasn't shit unless I could rescue everybody else within the community. I'm like, sir, listen. The moment you have your independence, which you're 18 now, you don't have to tell these people the truth about where you just left. They're not telling you the truth now. Why would you spend your entire life trying to please individuals who's trying to live out their own failed experiences or what they think a community should be? You have access to the best individuals right now that you're ever going to have access to. Even before you go to college, you want to know why? They know your whole value system. If you ever had one, they know that shit. But at the end of the day, they want you to keep going through this system and this process over and over again. They want you to exercise and provide this type of game so that way these people can keep this system going over and over again. But at the end of the day, you ask these people, where's your proof of success? They don't have it. They can't have it. They can't have it. This is why you keep blasting them on the same thing over and over again. Because you have no results to which you can speak. Oh, MOT ain't got no white girl. I've been married for several years. Just not to the type of women that gave you your actual outcomes. I went to other women who actually had actual outcomes and family dynamics that actually they cared about. Who are the people who tell you the moment that you meet somebody who's decent? Who are the group of people who tell you that shit's not gonna last? Is it the women who tell you it's not gonna last? Oh no. It's the men who's gonna tell you it's not gonna last. You wanna know why? They're gonna try your woman, they're gonna try to fuck your woman, they're gonna try to do all that shit. And then they're gonna brag in your face about how loyal they are to your group while they doing so. You don't see this type of shit in any other culture but Bravo Alpha November culture. End of the day, they want your ass on the field dealing with the wrong type of women for the wrong, inopportune types of time that's not going to be able to give you any type of success or relief in the circumstance. That's what they want. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Trips, I know. So what you have to do is you have to break down Master Teachering 101. So that way you can watch man after man after man try to get their shit off about this woman in front of random individuals, and this guy's escorting them in there one by one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna set up this church. You gonna get your shit off about this woman, and when you start asking me questions personally, I'm just gonna socially ostracize you from the circumstance. You wanna know why? Popularity is the last refuge of a bitch ass nigga. Just like patriotism is the last refuge of a patriot, I have come up with the term. Popularity is the last refuge of a bitch ass nigga. They will simply hide behind the people that they're misleading as if they're leading them to a better place. Only thing you have to ask this master teacher is, what woman did you choose on a one-to-one basis with the information that you have brought you to a better conclusion that you didn't have to be a spinster online? And all of a sudden, the mouse stopped on the running tracks. The mouse dives off the platform that he was running on or she was running on, and that's what it is. They already know so much about you that they run the same game on you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. It's like more. It's like Fatal Instinct. I'm simply the combo breaker. I'm just simply trying to tell you that these dudes are playing you for a fool. Just so long as you have an idea of a false outcome that you're trying to work towards with the wrong type of women, these dudes are forever going to have control over you. Most cultures don't have this problem. You want to know why? The culture problem was solved 2 decades ago in other cultures. Other cultures, they don't allow for the BGS Itmores or the bullshit fucking PhD crew to come in and claim that they're successful as shit, trying to run down this fucking black man weak shit on you, dude. They would never allow that. My grandfather wouldn't even allow it. My grandfather, as soon as a motherfucker came in, did not respect good grades and good kids, they got the fuck off the property in ruthless fashion. He had to make sure that I saw that shit in ruthless fashion and he looked at me and told me, "You think this is a person that you fucking respect?" He would hit this motherfucker somewhere, blood would come out everywhere. You don't respect these animals. These animals are not your friends. These animals are trying to destroy us all. But you're a young ass kid. Be like, do you have to do this dude this way? He's like, I want to kill him in one shot, but you wouldn't learn no lesson from that. I want this motherfucker to stay around here forever so I could teach you. Not only do I not want this individual to have any type of options here, I don't want this individual to have any type of options everywhere else so I can continue to keep teaching it. But my grandfather's like, most of these women here are so fucking weak. They would keep inviting this dude here under different types of pretenses, and I have to keep destroying this motherfucker end over end over end. Doesn't matter what the woman was. Because at the end of the day, women trying to make peace with niggas. And bitch ass niggas are trying to make peace with niggas. Well, my grandfather said, you know what? I ain't trying to make peace with niggas. I'm trying to kill niggas. I'm trying to hurt niggas. I'm trying to make niggas feel pain whenever they fucking see me. I'm trying to make sure that these niggas feel pain every fucking breath that they fucking draw in my face. That's what my grandfather was on. My grandfather didn't play games with these dudes. The game was let a woman talk you into thinking that your ass is being forgiven. You come onto the property and he would cane your motherfucking ass once you got there. That's what my grandfather was on. You think BGS had a grandfather who taught him that type of shit? Oh no, not at all. They would keep trying to go around the broken men and the broken women, trying to teach them some other way that ain't the way that's going to lead to success. That's what this shit's about. You know damn well that's not the case. Especially now, modern society, you still don't know shit about your political environment. You still complaining about Democrats and ignoring everything Republicans do. Bro, this is your fault. You really think anybody's gonna come around you and try to get your fucking vote? I would not try to get your vote. Even if I was them, I wouldn't try to get your vote. I would try to bring everybody else out to vote but you. But at the end of the day, they need broken men to survive. I don't. I've already moved past the broken man spectrum a long time ago, 3, 4 years ago. Problem is, they expect for your previous environment to provide control over you in the next environment that you go towards. Where are these individuals with PhDs who got past these problems? Where are they? How does it work? These are simple questions. What do you think happened with BGS Idmo when I have him on a one-on-one and I'm asking him about his actual success plan for black men? Or Tiosan Johnson about his success plan for black men? Or Green Gorilla about his successful plan for black men? Problem is they ain't got it. And it's not they ain't got it for black people, they ain't got it for no people whatsoever. The only plans that they have is for personnel who ain't got their shit together. That's what it is. Hey, I'm only doing this as a courtesy. I figured this shit out years ago. That this is the only way that these people can be able to stay afloat. Is if they could use your ass as a flotation device. You don't see these individuals with any type of high level politicians, police officers, senators, governors, congress people who want to listen to this bullshit from the manosphere. Bro, they know what the fuck y'all own. They know it. They know you trying to weaken men so that way they can be an actual person was weakened to the point to where they can't take any action. No one would recruit anybody like that within their group. No one would do that shit. No one would do that. No one would do that. And you know they wouldn't do it. But at the end of the day, these people think that they're holding hostages with their sheer numbers of not understanding simplistic shit about how things go on in society. They think they're holding hostages by not participating in a democracy. I have never heard that type of a hostage in my life anywhere that I have ever been. End of the day, this shit is your fault if you don't understand this shit at this point. You really think any of these bullshit dudes are gonna draw your ass into a factual point to where they give you the answer on a one-to-one basis? They can't do that. The reason why they can't do that is because they need these other dudes additional help to bring other people in this association piece. These people are not dumb. They understand how these things work. It's just that you refuse to understand how they work. And then you want to outsource everything to these individuals who don't even care about you. Too easy to go to the community tab, see what these people were on. You can see what these dudes are on for months or years at a time. Did you go do it? No. I want to be protected from the actual tracker of the person who I actually follow. Most of this stuff is self inflicted. But to a 60-year-old, like BGS said more, a 60-year-old wanted to think this is part and parcel of the actual system. That's the only way he can keep his spot. He can't keep his spot if he told you how to get the fuck out of this system or situation, how to get to the money. He can't do that. It's against his overall position of being here. Too much against the reason why he's being here. But you want other people to rescue you from your pain that you feel from these individuals. That's not going to happen. New bloods coming through. Arabs, Asians, Indians already got their family dynamics together. They're not even worried about what dumb niggas are doing or all the mistakes that they made in front of women that they should have stayed away from. Everybody's been on this shit for years, 18, 19 years. You still trying to verify your masculinity through a person who's not culturally set up to deal with you. That's what I'm saying. Cowards love misconstruing things. Cowards love that shit. They love hiding behind the actual audience that they created. End of the day, where is this dude being invited to fix other people's shit? The answer is never happened. You know why? When you go to other people's communities, they require shit out of you when you show up there. If they don't require graduation, they definitely require a recommendation. But that's the problem. Most of the people who came here to hang out in the manosphere, they're already gone. So the whole purpose of trying to bring these people back to a table that they were never supposed to be at in the first place is crazy. You weren't supposed to bring these people here. You wasn't supposed to tolerate them anywhere else within the space. There's literally no excuse to do content about women unless you are a bitch ass nigga. There is no other reason why you need to be an actual content creator talking about these women. that you can't be with, that you can't control, that you can't touch, that you can't do anything with. But at the end of the day, most of these people are so lost. It's so crazy that they don't even want to understand how things work. They just want to blame other people other than their own lack of action. God never said why he brought the PhDs here. For what reason? Because when you claim actual success for bringing people to an actual space of compromise, man, you got to at some point tell what was the actual rationale and the reason why you brought these people here. Why'd you bring them here? Because there wasn't a lot of progress going on. You didn't learn how anything worked. Why did you bring those people here, sir? Too hard of a question, isn't it? Just asking you, what do you say you do here? This shit is so easy. But at the end of the day, if you don't know how to reason your way past this shit, you're going to be fully taking advantage of these people. This stuff is nobody else's fault or position than the people who got dumped into this shit in the first place. I know they want to create a different outcome to where they're not responsible, but that's not how that works. You're going to feel the heat and you're going to feel the fire of these failures like everybody else have to. They're not even trying to make things better. The only thing you have to do is look at a man's association and the things he or she defends and the people who that they be around to know what their actual outcomes want to be. What's the purpose of trying to give women the best playbook to pick up these men from these older men within the space? Unless they're trying to turn your ass into a permanent resident of outcomes, a situation that your ass ain't even supposed to be in. So here's the thing. I got a lot more things on my plate to do today. I just wanted to take a second out of my day to let you understand how much of this stuff that I have figured out already. And you need to create specialized documentaries engaging these points that are actually being brought up by me in these conversations. Otherwise, I'm doing this stuff for no reason. However, not a lot of people can be able to reason and do things the way that I do. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through. I am the man tomorrow at Black Manosphere President because I care about the outcomes of these people within the space, not just black, but men in total. I have a 5 year track record of doing so. And you guys have a really nice rest of y'all day. Peace.